Imagine walking into a bank and walking out with a staggering $10 million in cash, all without firing a shot or harming a single person. This brazen heist actually happened in 1971 at the United California Bank in Los Angeles, and it remains one of the most bizarre and intriguing bank robberies in American history. The mastermind behind this daring robbery was a man named Emil Dincio, a professional thief with a reputation for pulling off the impossible. Dincio spent months casing the bank, studying its security systems, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He assembled a team of experts, including a safecracker and a tunnel expert, to help him carry out the heist. But here's the catch. Dincio didn't just want to rob the bank. He wanted to do it without leaving any evidence behind. He and his team spent weeks digging a tunnel from a nearby property to the bank's vault, using advanced engineering techniques to avoid detection. It was like something out of a movie, with the team navigating through narrow tunnels and avoiding deadly traps. As they dug, the team encountered all sorts of obstacles, from pesky rodents to treacherous soil conditions. But Dincio was undeterred, using his charm and charisma to keep his team motivated and focused on the prize. He even set up a makeshift kitchen in the tunnel, complete with a stove and a refrigerator, to keep his team fed and energized. The night of the heist, the team put on their best suits and ties, looking like a group of respectable businessmen rather than hardened thieves. They made their way through the tunnel, avoiding the bank's security cameras and alarms with ease. It was like a game of cat and mouse, with the team always staying one step ahead of the bank's hapless security guards. Once inside the vault, the team got to work cracking the safe and loading up duffel bags with cash and valuables. They worked with military precision, each member of the team knowing exactly what to do and when. It was like a well-oiled machine, with Dincio at the helm directing the operation with ease. The team made off with an estimated $10 million in cash, as well as millions more in jewels and other valuables. It was a staggering haul, one that would make even the most seasoned thief green with envy. But Dincio and his team didn't just stop at the loot. They also made off with sensitive documents and records, including the bank's own security plans. The heist was so brazen, so daring, that it caught the attention of the FBI and other law enforcement agencies. They launched a massive investigation, scouring the city for any sign of Dincio and his team. But the thieves had covered their tracks well, leaving behind only a few cryptic clues and hints. The FBI was stumped, unable to crack the case despite their best efforts. They interviewed countless witnesses, pored over surveillance footage, and even used advanced forensic techniques to analyze the crime scene. But Dincio and his team had planned too well, leaving behind only a faint trail of breadcrumbs. As the years went by, the legend of the United California Bank robbery only grew. It became a sort of urban myth, a tale of daring do and cunning that inspired countless other would-be thieves and robbers. But the truth behind the heist was even more fascinating, a complex web of intrigue and deception that would take decades to unravel. It wasn't until 1972, a full year after the heist, that the FBI finally got their first break in the case. A former associate of Dincio's came forward, offering to cooperate with the authorities in exchange for a reduced sentence. It was a major turning point in the investigation, and it would eventually lead to the downfall of Dincio and his team. The informant, whose name was never released, provided the FBI with a wealth of information about Dincio's operation. He revealed the names of other team members, the locations of hidden safe houses, and even the details of the tunnel system used to access the bank. It was a treasure trove of intel, and the FBI pounced on it with glee. But here's the wild part. Dincio and his team had been so confident in their plan that they had even taken out insurance policies on the stolen loot. It was a clever move, one that would have paid off handsomely if the team had managed to get away with the heist. Instead, the policies became a key piece of evidence for the FBI, helping them to track down the thieves and bring them to justice. As the FBI closed in on Dincio and his team, they began to crack under the pressure. One by one, the team members started to turn on each other, offering to cooperate with the authorities in exchange for leniency. It was a classic case of the house of cards collapsing, with Dincio's carefully constructed plan falling apart at the seams. Dincio himself was the last to fall, but even he couldn't resist the inevitable. He was arrested in 1972 and subsequently convicted of the heist and sentenced to 20 years in prison. It was a fitting end to a remarkable story, one that would go down in the annals of American crime history as one of the most daring and audacious heists of all time. In the end, the United California Bank robbery was a testament to the power of human ingenuity and cunning. It showed that with enough planning, enough skill, and enough determination, even the most seemingly impossible heists could be pulled off. But it also served as a reminder of the importance of justice and the rule of law, and the need for law enforcement agencies to stay one step ahead of the bad guys. The heist may have been a wild and thrilling ride, but in the end it was just a crime, a serious offense that had real consequences for the people involved. As we look back on the United California bank robbery, we're reminded that crime doesn't pay, and that the long arm of the law will always eventually catch up with those who try to outsmart it. And that's the story of the 1971 United California bank robbery, a tale of intrigue, deception, and ultimately, justice. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of true crime. Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories and insights into the world of money and finance.